Hey, what's good, Scorpio? Hope you are all well. I'm gonna do your lunar eclipse reading already without even pulling cards. I feel like you're going through a transformation. That's what I'm getting. I feel that energy, right? Obviously, for you, I'm sure it's no new thing, right? You're the most, I think, the sign that probably goes through the most transformations, or is supposed to, right? I don't, maybe not. That's not for everybody, but yeah. So let's see what comes out. What spirit animal might be helping you right now, right? As you experience whatever you're experiencing through this lunar eclipse, right? So this is for the lunar eclipse, August 27th. Whoa, that was right away, which I love. The horse spirit, freedom is yours. 33. Wow, 33. What in the world? 33, right? I saw like a hair, but it's from the little thing. Like, who's that one? The Shakari Richardson that has like the red hair. I was like, why in the world is there a red hair? But it's from the little bag from my cards. Maybe one of you has red hair. I don't know. That's how you'll know, right? But that's so funny. 33, horse spirit, freedom is yours. Also, yeah, groundhog spirit came out. Time to let go. So, wow, so funny that they came out together. Freedom is yours and time to let go. So maybe there was something you just weren't willing to release, right? And even that, look at the way the head is down, right? It's almost like it almost, yeah, it's almost like, yeah, I didn't really want to, but I have to. But you don't realize that that's the best thing for you, right? Like you have to let go. Have to let go, Scorpio. Wow, look at that. I'm a poet. Uh maybe you're a poet. 12th house, surrender. Wow, see, surrender. Subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, trance states, the unseen healing, spiritual development, guilt, prayer, Akashic records. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. The 12th. Surrender. My throat's doing something. Interesting. Oh, I'll just say it because they came out together. Leo, the lover. So maybe love is on the mind right now, right? Yeah, maybe something had ran its course and you didn't, like it wasn't fulfilling anymore and you wanted, yeah, you're just in this kind of expressive, creative, loving, playful, warm, overt, self-confident, flirtatious, glowing, bedazzling, extroverted, vital, guileless, egotistical, juicy, proud, trusting, excessive. So always watch out for this shadow aspects. Virgo, I feel like that's confirmation about this app, and I got chills as I picked this up right now during this Virgo season, right? Like a pivotal moment. Methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, insightful, healthy, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, accurate, solitary, curational. I don't even know what that means. Critical, nervous, perfectionist, right? Curational, does that mean like curing things or what? Virgo the alchemist. So yeah, let's see what else wants to come out for you, Scorpio. So clearly there's something to do with freedom, right? Transformation. That's what I had heard. And surrender, the alchemist, right? Wow, that's funny about the poetry. Maybe writing poetry about like feeling sad or something or whatever, but that's funny. I don't know. Maybe this was the energy you were in. So maybe you're about to break free of something. You don't want to let go, but you're not stuck. You're just scared and also kind of lazy. Maybe you're just, it's time for you to go, but you're not doing it. What in the world is zero messages? I don't know what that's about. No, so maybe. Your guide said no, you heard maybe, right? Spirit guide manual. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Are you dyslexic? 'Cause it's funny that it's written upside down or something, maybe, right? Because who would write it upside down? I've never noticed that with this card. Or maybe is it ambidextrous where you can write with both hands? Or there's something about the thing. Maybe you say affirmations in the mirror or something. I don't know. I'm getting all these cold chills down my back. So let me know if any of that resonates. Um, what is it? What did you want to do that they're like, no? Maybe you haven't that, like you're thinking of returning to whatever you're supposed to let go of. And they're like, no. Yes, if you've been comparing yourself, don't do it. Comparison is a thief with bad vibes. Oof. I felt this pain. What is that about? Let me look it up. Deep seated fear, emotional overwhelm, and a burden of unmet responsibilities. Life's pressures and filter emotional waste. Internal processing, personal relationships, and vulnerability. So there's a fear. So maybe, oh, okay, I get it. Freedom is yours, but you're afraid of it or something, right? You feel overwhelmed or burdened, and a burden of unmet responsibilities. Yeah, because I don't know. I was feeling this weird pain somewhere. Okay. Mm. All right, let me see what else then for Scorpio. Let me know if any of that's making sense. Wow. See? Okay. Maybe what you're going towards, right now, it's gonna be super emotionally abundant, happiness. But right now, it's like taking a financial hit. That's why you're kind of worried, right? Maybe leaving a job. Maybe it is leaving a job. Maybe a relationship where the other person was kind of helping you financially, but you weren't really happy, right? Something like that. And so that's why, right? My whole crown just felt like lightheaded. So I think that's a huge thing. Wow. Maybe that, right? You were in this kind of relationship with right? Kind of like this emperor type energy, right? Wow. Maybe it was a marriage. Wow. Maybe you're straight out getting divorced from this situation, and that's why it's so hard. And for some reason you're taking the financial hit. I don't know. Right? But whatever. It don't have to be like it just like a relationship, marriage, something. Hmm. Maybe that's how they were, right? Just doesn't seem like it was a good situation. Five of Swords. Like if failure, falta de comunicación, right? Maybe that's what it was. You just didn't communicate that you two had grown apart, right? The tower even came out. I think that's you, right? Scorpio and Aries, isn't it? The tower. Yeah, so I feel like you're instantly gonna feel emotionally better when you leave, but yeah, you're probably scared because the financially, right? But excuse me. Um, I don't know. Let me see if this there's a okay. Wow. I feel like this did come out in reverse, right? Because it did fall and it kind of did fall. Not kind of, it literally fell in reverse. But the devil came out. So regardless how whether it was right reversed or this way, for those of you that are still, that's what it is, right? It's just being stuck to something, right? That you became familiar with, right? Right? Because that's why it's not, you're not stuck. You're just scared and kind of lazy. And that kind of matches everything, right? And with the devil, even in reverse, it's almost like you finally threw off the chains, right? I think in the future, you're going to have so many choices. You are going to, there you are, Scorpio, right? This is the last card that came out. Before you get to that level, there is gonna be like wishes granted, you becoming kind of the star, right? So I don't know if you're gonna do something that's in the public eye. Maybe it is writing, right? Maybe you're a writer, poetry, performing your poetry, spoken word in front of people. Maybe owning a business, something, right? That are gonna be kind of the center of attention, right? The owner, the store, right? Maybe starting a TikTok channel or something, right? Wishes granted, though. See, what did it say, right? Emotionally, you're gonna be very fulfilled, right? Wishes, and then here's the Nine of Cups. Maybe you come into union with a Pisces. I don't know. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer's here, Aquarius, the Star. But then after, I feel like that's what it is, right? Maybe just be careful to not fall into like, wait, but what if I want to do this? Wait, what if I want to do that? Right? Because if you haven't felt freedom, all of a sudden you feel it, and you're like this horse, right? Like maybe first running like that with the head down, then you look up and you're like, wait a second, I could go this way, that way. So just be careful. I think that's kind of like the fair warning because it even says fantasy, right? Don't be swayed in every which way, right? I think first you're gonna know which direction you want to go in, and then you're gonna get confused later, right? So don't stick to a plan, right? Maybe write it down. Maybe write it down and figure out which way you want to go. All that good stuff, right? But yeah, it feels like it's gonna be a great time, right? You might just at first be nervous because of the financial hit, um, and then after things will get better, from what I'm seeing, right? Emotionally, for sure. Then just don't get confused later. Five is the number of change, so let me roll that again. Four and well, seven, five. So whichever one of those five, right? Maybe you're November 1st, November 4th, November 5th. Maybe you're November 2nd, November 5th again, November 7th, right? Maybe October 25th. One of those, right? Maybe yeah, 32 is significant. Okay, so on that note, I'll end it there, Scorpio. Let me know if that resonated. Don't forget to subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, all right. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.